Hi friends, it's Ariel, and you are watching this video either because I wanted to share with you about Scentsy Family because I know you would be an amazing Scentsy Family consultant, and I would just love to tell you a little bit about it so that maybe you can make that decision for yourself. Or maybe you're thinking a little bit about being a Scentsy Family consultant, and I know you would be a great one. And so I want to share a little bit more with you about what it's like. Or maybe a friend invited you to watch this because they know you would be a great Scentsy Family consultant too. So my name is Ariel, like I said. If you haven't met me yet, I'm excited to be here and share with you about Scentsy. I have been a consultant for 6 years, a little over 6 years, and I absolutely love it. It's more than I ever dreamed or expected it would be, and I'm so excited for the next 6 years and the next 10 years and even beyond that. So first, I want to start by sharing a couple stories because life is stories, and you're starting your own Scentsy story right now, actually, even by watching me. And so I want to share with you really quick a version of the Scentsy story, a shortened version, because there's so many great aspects of it. And I would suggest to you that you see if you can hear it from Kara and Colette. They were the founders. Hear their side of the story. I got the great pleasure of hearing it at Scentsy Family Reunion in St. Louis just a couple weeks ago, and I was just amazed. Like I said, I've been a consultant for 6 years, hadn't heard it from their mouths, and so to hear their recount of how they got started was just really inspirational. So basically, Kara and Colette are sister-in-laws, and they were stay-at-home moms looking for a way to contribute to their family without having to leave their kiddos at home. And so Kara saw an Oprah episode of Millionaire Moms, and she got the idea that, hey, I can do this. I can, start a company, and asked her sister-in-law Colette to join her. And after observing some of what their family was doing, they decided that the wickless candle warmers were going to be their ticket. Everybody loved, having their house smell good, but they were worried about the flame and the fire danger and things like that we all know comes from burning candles. And so they kind of put some ideas together and came up with Scentsy and the wax cubes, and to put those in a warmer that was ran off a light bulb. And they started this company. They poured everything and more that they had into it, time, energy, money, everything, to get Scentsy up and running and to be the hottest new thing in candles, which they knew it was going to be. Well, they were at a trade show, and they were across from Orville Thompson, and they got to talking, and Orville took some scents home to his wife Heidi and her family, and he was just enjoyed so much listening to all them smell the scents and laugh as the scents brought back memories. As we all know, that happens when you're smelling things and you're like, oh, this smells like this, or this smells like this, and it just opens everybody up, and everybody starts having a great time. Well, Orville and Heidi weren't in a position where they had a lot of money. In fact, they were on the verge of filing bankruptcy, and they were trying to do everything they could not to. But the Scentsy venture was going to be a swing for the fence. It was going to take everything they had, or that was going to be it. And so Heidi said, let's swing for the fence, let's go for it with Scentsy. So that's an expression you'll hear often in Scentsy, is swing for the fence, go all out, right, hit a home run. And it was. So they purchased Scentsy from Kara and Colette, and they kept it. Kara and Colette are still consultants, actually, and they kept it a consultant-based business because to bless more lives, to bless all of our lives, and give all of us the opportunity to build our own businesses sharing Scentsy, because it really is a product that needs sharing too. You can't just, it's better experience with your friends and your family when you're all smelling versus in the store in a hectic aisle, picking a few. So it really is a good business for the home. And so they left it as that, and they got this business starting. Now, that was 10 years ago, and in the early days, I've heard consultants share about how they hand poured the wax, and they had to package their own orders, and they, filled out their order forms on paper. And I mean, it was really a grassroots, ground floor business back then. And in the past 10 years, it has come so far and has really just provided more of an opportunity for consultants who join now than at the beginning, because now we've got all the great tools. We've got an amazing website which continues to improve and get better. We've got a great catalog and amazing warmers. Back then they had like a picture flip book. So anyway, then my Scentsy story, I started 6 years ago, and a little over 6 years ago, and my son was 6 months old. I was staying home with him. I kind of thought, maybe I'll do that for like a year. Wanted to really be home for the first year of his life. But I had just graduated from college before he was born, and so I had my degree, and I thought, well, after he's a year old, I'll try to go find a job in the workforce. But I was staying home with him and loving it, and my mom and my sister told my former third grade teacher, Kay Diggins, who had recently retired from teaching and was doing Scentsy, which her Scentsy story is great too. You should hear that from her sometime as well. But she called me up and said, your mom and sister think you would be really good at Scentsy, and I do too. And I was like, First of all, I had a warmer and wax bars, but I didn't really even know it was called Scentsy. My mom would send me little cubes in the mail without any packaging on them, because she would split up a bar between herself, my sister, and I. So I didn't know where to get any more. I had no idea. Would have never even, I didn't really even know about online shopping back then. And so, I was like, okay, and she explained it all to me, and I said, all right, well, give me a couple days to think about it, and I, thought about it and, mulled it over, and I really didn't want to let her down because she thought I would be so great at it, and I love the product. I knew that. I knew I loved the warmer and the scents. Now that I knew it was called Scentsy, I loved it, and so I thought, well, what's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen, I love it, so I just have a place where I can get it now and get a little bit of money back on the stuff that I would buy. So I took my tax returns and signed up that year. And when my starter kit came, it was like Christmas in March. Seriously, I was so excited. It's the same starter kit that you all have the opportunity to get today. I mean, it's changed some because the products have changed and we've added more products to it, but the same idea, the same testers, the same business supplies, and the same opportunity. And I was just like amazed. I opened that box, and first of all, I was a little mad at my mom because she had been holding out on me for so long. I didn't know there were all these great warmers. She had picked like the most boring, plain, classic cream warmer for me because it would go anywhere, which that was really nice of her. But I didn't know there were all these cute ones, and I didn't know there were all these scents. She was picking these scents for me, and there were all these other options. So I just had a ball with it. Well, I didn't know about a party at all. I'd never been to any kind of party, home party. I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't understand. So I went back to Belgrade, which is about 3 hours east of where I live, and Kay helped me do my launch party. And it was a great party. All my mom's friends came and to see her new grandson, and I even got my first recruit at that party. Kay helped me because I vowed when I signed up, I am never going to recruit anybody. I do not want to ask people to join that. That is the most awkward thing I could ever imagine doing. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be one of those people, right? So, but Kay helped me, and it just seemed natural. My, 8th cousin signed up. And then I got back to Missoula, and we thought, well, let's have our friends over and kind of show them this Scentsy thing and what it all is. And so it was kind of like a couples party. And a new friend came, a friend of a friend who had just moved to town, and our mutual friend said, you're going to love Jerry. You guys are a lot alike. You'll really get along. So Jerry and her husband Joel came over, and we did get along. They got some Scentsy from me. We met for the first time because of this Scentsy party, and we started kind of hanging out. and becoming really good friends. And she did a basket party for me, and one of her friends from South Dakota joined my team too. Wow, look at that. So I had 2 new people on my team without having to ask anybody, because that's what I wasn't going to do that. And then Jerry said to me, hey, Ariel, do you mind if I would do Scentsy too? And I was like, no, I think that would be amazing. And so Jerry signed up as well. And let me just tell you, doing Scentsy with your friends and family is the absolute best way to do it. It is so much fun. When Jerry and I first got started together, we would drive around our town and like take turns getting out of the car and dropping off catalogs at hair salons or laundromats. And, you know, we'd get the courage up together to, okay, we're going to go in and we're going to ask them if they want a catalog to put on their waiting table. And we'd take turns doing that. And we got to talk about Scentsy at barbecues. And pretty soon we got to go on vacations together. And it's just been so much fun. And now my mom's a consultant, my cousin's a consultant, my aunt, my brother's girlfriend, my sister's been a consultant. And so doing Scentsy with your family and your friends is so amazing. I think sometimes people are afraid to sign up those closest to them, because then they think, oh, I'm not going to have anybody to buy from me then. But that is not the truth. You will always have people to buy from you, but you cannot replace what it's like to do Scentsy with your close friends and family. So if you are thinking of joining today, I really encourage you to bring a friend along, bring a family member along, get started together, and I promise you two will have the most fun sharing in this experience together. Okay, sidetrack. So in addition, I have made the best friends because of doing Scentsy. My hostesses, my customers, my teammates, anybody who becomes a teammate becomes like a family member and a very close friend. We have consultants all over the United States, and I've made friends with consultants in different countries, because Scentsy has brought us together. And they're not only my friends, they're my friends due to Scentsy, but because I never would have met them otherwise. And those are just relationships that are so amazing. And so it's just the opportunity and the magic that you get from your starter kit is so beyond the products that you get. The products that you get when you open that kit, that's way worth the money that you spent. But the friendships, the confidence, the personal growth, the excitement, the joy, the honor that you get from sharing Scentsy with other people is way more, it's priceless. It's way more than money can buy, and that's what's so great about Scentsy. So, but why choose Scentsy? So there's a million things out there that you can choose to do. You can choose to do whatever you want to do. So why choose Scentsy? I choose Scentsy because it's fun, because it's an amazing, gorgeous product that we can be proud to share. It's authentic. It's the best. It's the absolute best in wickless warmers and wax. Everyone knows that. It's the best. So we get the opportunity to share that with people. We get the opportunity to share with people a way that they can make their homes better for a low cost, right? Everybody likes to decorate their home and make it, or their office or their classroom, and make it feel a little bit better. And scent does that. It creates a feeling. So we have the opportunity to say, hey, here's your, you can put this in your house and pick your scents out, and your house is going to smell great, and it just adds that perfect piece to it. I choose Scentsy because you get to be you. You get to be exactly, uniquely who you are. You don't have to be anything else. I promise you, you will grow for the better, but you don't have to change your hairstyle or your clothes or your weight or your car that you drive or anything like that to be a Scentsy consultant. You can be you, and you don't have to suggest to anybody else that they need to change anything about themselves. So it's amazing because you get the opportunity to share something with people without that just makes them feel good all around. So I choose Scentsy because they care about their consultants. We have something called Idea Share, where we can share ideas and other consultants vote on them, and our home office team and staff who cares so much about us as consultants in the field listens to those ideas and implements them. I choose Scentsy because we have a home office staff that's constantly working to improve things on the back end, the ordering systems, the shipping systems, the apparel systems. They listen to us about everything, and so that's why I choose Scentsy. I choose Scentsy because it's a family. It's everybody's out there to help each other. You know, it's nobody's cutthroat or trying to cut the legs off of other consultants just so they can get ahead. And I tell you, if people are like that, they don't last long with Scentsy, because it's just not our culture. It's not our ethos. Our culture is based on simplicity, because it's a simple system to sell, which is another reason why I choose Scentsy. It's authentic. And then third, generosity. And so we're all about giving more than you take, giving to other consultants. There's a bazillion Facebook groups, which I'm probably only part of half of them, that share. Everybody shares their flyers with consultants who are not even on their team. They don't benefit at all. Everybody shares training ideas, party ideas, anything. It's just a culture of sharing. So I choose Scentsy because I get to go on amazing vacations and stay home with my family and fulfill dreams that I never even knew I had. But beyond that, I just really enjoy sharing with all of you how it could be in your life. And so maybe it's not going to be quite like that for you. Like, maybe you just will be like I thought I was going to be at the beginning. Just sign up so that I could get the 25% or 20%, well, that's a whole nother story, but just to get the discount, to get the money back on the products that you're already purchasing. Maybe that's the reason that you joined, and you're going to do that for as long as you want, and that's great. Maybe you're going to choose Scentsy so that you can save your paychecks and buy a car with cash, or go on a vacation with your family to wherever it might be. It's just going to be that little extra. Maybe you're going to choose Scentsy because, like me, it's going to become your full-time job. I don't know, but I do know that there is room for all of that. And we promote and nourish whatever that might be for you for as long as you want it, and then when you want more, we can help you get more too. And so that's another reason why I choose Scentsy, because it's your gig. You're the boss. You can make it whatever you need it to be, whatever you want it to be. But I promise you, when you choose it, it's going to be fun and you're going to feel loved. So now I want to encourage you to do a couple things. First of all, take out your calendar and choose which day you're going to join Scentsy. Maybe it's today, maybe it's next week or next month, but write it on your calendar, I'm going to join Scentsy on this day. Then when you're ready, you can head over to my website, which is endlesswax.com, and click the join button, and will walk you through all the steps. If you have any questions at all about it, I would love to answer those. Love to help you out. If you'd like to hear from other consultants as well, I would love to get them to share with you why they choose Scentsy. And then yeah, that's it. I'm really excited, and so I welcome you to the Scentsy journey, and please feel free to contact me with any questions that you may have. Have a great day.